Alright, I'm seeing my memfa and access on in free mega TV as well. Emfa Embrow, Yakupon Asia Bibia. The news update are coming from Kwabenya, a year NDC Akachi Enise. Say rerun election no enkoso. Omo enyeden, omo enye because Bibia de the pefe say a year Elikplim Akurugu Mameno and a widen 1 winning elections no. Enti no ono ene the MP elect at Kwabenya. It is a MPP for say omonti asia they should go to court. In fact, yera lawyer Ejudi Temakulu edi nsem bi atudwa. Na wuti nsem a oka and ohwe the basis a wuti mu say in fact nini abrepa and onim de all council. In fact, the electoral commission no odwene ho baabia onti nasie. Me say mami jemensa. I don't know. Odwene mami jemensa ho baabia onti nasie. How can you tell us say the pin sheet for Kwabenya ayira atete ashi just like that? And for that matter, yanko for rerun election. Don't you know, say, is it not a punishment for the electorate? Is it not a punishment for the electorate? Yama amenoma sebi ebudi sebi nyado. Omo enante basabasa isan omo ya rebi ewo mo. E papa no ma omo sasabro. Wafa wayebrebre on the 7th December. Wakoto na aba for change. Wato na aba for change. Na still na all sign pressure. So this is absolutely wrong. This is absolutely what wrong for the electoral commission to do that. Enti ano na lawyer Ejudi Temakulu yebekwa kuti no. They have their evidence, they have their document, they have everything in tight. So almost say nko rerun no enti Elikplim no wa weni de omo pebi omo nya omo nkwahyepo. Etisi ameno ka say NDC for almost say omo nko rerun election no because Elikplim Akurugu wa weni election no, and there is no way MPP for obi baba abonti abeka say wonya nweni. If we challenge it, go to court. What you say? Enti yenkoti sansem no emu enchirebo. Yenkoti Ejudi lawyer Ejudi Temakulu. Ma memfa credit ne Emma TV3 omo ena omo boya eye nkomodidie we yensa etimi ekan bi fefefe. Iti mesra so be subscribe na wa like dwumadi na do comment atom e bibia etimi akoso. Yentie sa nkomodidie ne emfa brai koba akabia no.
Conversation because it's been brewing for quite a while, disputed seats in relation to the outcome of the general election, amongst many other things. Let's try and talk you through it, because the opposition NDC says it will resist the EC's move to rerun elections at one polling station in the Kwabenya constituency. This comes barely 24 hours to the party mounting a strong challenge in respect of 4 other constituencies originally declared in their favor. We'll hear from the party shortly, but let's first walk you through constituencies thus far and what the situation is in relation to them. Let's try and do that for you right now this afternoon in relation to the 4 outstanding constituencies and what the situation is at this particular point in time. Well, starting with Okaikwe Central, and you know that story already. The NDC candidate there, Baba Sadiq, was declared winner after the December 7 general election. The Electoral Commission set aside that declaration, making the argument that it was illegal or that the declaration did not follow laid down processes as captured in CI 127. Now, the court was ordered, after the NPP filed a mandamus application, the court ordered the High Court, in respect of that matter, ordered the Electoral Commission to complete that process. The EC recollated the constituency result and declared Patrick Yalbuama as the winner of the Okaikwe Central seat. The NDC, displeased, went to the Supreme Court and had the court set aside the High Court's order which allowed the Electoral Commission recollate the constituency results for Okaikwe Central, and ordering a recollation, eventually quashing what happened in Okaikwe Central. And so that's the situation with respect to Okaikwe Central. Let's take you to Ablekuma North as well right now, because the NDC candidate there as well, Irabna Obin, was declared winner. The Electoral Commission said they had set aside that declaration. A court ordered the Electoral Commission to complete the process. The EC could not complete the process. In fact, they attempted completing the process, but they could not because the pink sheets were destroyed, and both the NPP, the NDC, all do not have the set pink sheets, and so they've not been able to finish the recollation process and redeclare a winner for Ablekuma North. But we know that the Supreme Court has set aside that High Court order which allowed the Electoral Commission to be able to recollate the election results in that particular constituency. Take you to Kwabenya as well. That particular constituency as well, the NDC candidate for was declared winner. The Electoral Commission set aside a declaration insisting that it was done illegally or did not follow laid down procedures. The Electoral Commission cancelled the result at one polling station and has announced, amongst many others, that they will be seeking to rerun the election at Abokobi Women's Development Center 2. That's the polling station in question. They will seek to rerun the elections in that particular constituency. And then the last of which is Techiman South. The coalition was scuttled at the constituency level. The EC subsequently declared the NPP candidate winner, who is the local government minister. He was declared winner. The Supreme Court had set aside that particular declaration, and so it is back to as it were with respect to that particular constituency. And then we know that based off on the Supreme Court's ruling last week, Friday, they've asked the High Court to hear and decide whether the Electoral Commission should be ordered to undertake recollation and redeclaration. Well, the NDC's Director of Legal Affairs, Godwin Eduji Tamaklo, has been speaking in respect of the rerun at the Kwabenya constituency, making the argument that they will not allow the Electoral Commission proceed.
If you permit the Electoral Commission to sit in Accra and just overturn results in what they claim to be like, according to them, either you use wrong pinches or whatever, there's a potent danger. The 2013 election petition, the Supreme Court, in fact, the then candidate, Akufo-Addo, wanted the Supreme Court to invalidate the presidential election result in affected polling stations on grounds that presiding officers did not sign. And he makes the point that the constitutional imperative is sharp in the Constitution, that the presiding officer shall, and that failure should result the invalidation of the Supreme Court says no. It is not, you know, like a binary conversation. It's about the votes of people. It's about their mandate. And so you need to be extremely careful in taking a decision to annul or to invalidate the results.
So what's the next step for the NDC with regards to that planned attempt for a rerun by the Electoral Commission?
Obviously, the whole claim to rerun has no constitutional basis, because Regulation 39 up to Regulation 40 of CI 127 provides the mechanism. Look, if the Electoral Commission even wants to be fair, the ballot box is there. Is it not there? You can say that, okay, let's agree to open it. Open it. And you open it in such a way that you can do the whatever it is and assess whether when on the face of your pink, what do we call it, the pink sheet, the NDC obtained 200 and something, is it in accordance with what is in the ballot box? Right. There are a lot of mechanisms to resolve this problem than calling for a rerun. And you see, the danger is that if you permit this thing to go on, mischievous presiding officers can use this thing to undermine the electoral process. And that is why you don't do that. We should not permit the Electoral Commission or encourage them to do that. Look, I have always said, whatever we do today will be used against us tomorrow. And so we need to be very careful. At this rate, I can see deliberate incompetence on the part of the Electoral Commission. And it worries me a lot. It worries me.
So for now, what is the advice from the Director of Legal to the party?
No, we are not going to permit any rerun. Look, that Abokubi Center is our stronghold. Even the pink sheet.
When you say you're not going to allow a rerun, what do you intend to do? Because the commission...
I am keeping our strategies to ourselves, but we will not permit it. That I can trust you.
So, looking ahead to tomorrow as well, and that hearing of the mandamus application, the Supreme Court says you should be given a hearing. Based on the Supreme Court's decision, one would have even argued that when this recoalition attempt was tried on Saturday again, the NDC should not have been there because Kwabenya is one of the many constituencies which have been affected by that Supreme Court ruling, and the hearing will be expected.
I think that maybe we may have to put it in context. You see, there were 6 mandamus applications. There was no reference to Kwabenya. There was no reference in the mandamus application to Obuasi East. But you see, immediately the electoral Ablekuma North and Co. Techiman South, you know what they did? They quickly, behind the scene, included Obuasi East and proceeded to invalidate the previous declaration that was done and now claim that there is a purported new declaration. I mean, why would the Electoral Commission be conducting its affairs in that manner? It is worrying. As for what will happen tomorrow in court, I do not, because I'm lawyer on record, I do not want to have any conversation. But I just want to bring you up to speed with how the Electoral Commission unjustifiably included Obuasi East into the conversation when there was no court order in relation to that. It's problematic.
For those which have been subsequently upheld by the Supreme Court, we're talking of...
The 2 upheld in Sawam,
and then Ahafo North.
Yes, and Ahafo North. We will know how to deal with it. Then the 4, they said we should file our responses, which we will do. Then Obuasi East has already been declared and a winner pronounced.
Now to Parliament, because the Speaker, Alban Bagbin, said
there have been chaos. Like I said myself,
you witnessed one
in Sawam Adoje. So the EC, as in the issue of whether or not the EC is at fault, I think it's for me it's settled. The EC is seriously at fault. And I agree with my brother here when he said, in fact, they are deliberately being incompetent, and it adds fuel to already the perception that they were deliberately placed there for a certain agenda. And that's why I'm saying that, as in, Roland, you yourself, did you not raise issues? And have you not heard that people had a perception that certain members appointed onto the AC belong to a political party? You see,
it has always been the argument. NDC will bring this is when you do the appeal. That's not. It doesn't bring the argument to No, but it has always been so. We are on record to have said the NDC man was on the electoral commission computer. I mean IT whatever. Please, we are on record to have done that. So all these things.
Kamaldeen is just telling Ghanaians that listen to us. We lack integrity. No. He said that we lack integrity. That's what he's saying. Listen. Kamaldeen is saying that in time past we accused. I'm coming. Kamaldeen saying that in time past we accused Kamaldeen. I don't do my argument this way. You see, I can be disruptive. I don't do my arguments that way. Okay. You understand? Because I disagree vehemently with everything he said. I kept quiet and listened to him. You understand? You see, it is sad when senior members of a huge political party to have no qualms sitting on air and say, listen, because in time past we accused NDC or we accused EC, some members of the EC of belonging to the NDC, and so where right now people are accusing members of the current EC, where we have videos, we've heard them, some of them communicating on behalf of the MPP, where we know that some of them were patrons for the MPP, and that's why I keep on using the word perception, because you see, when it comes to the job of the EC, it's not enough saying that they've done but immediately there's even a perception that they are biased. To keep the sanctity, the integrity of the system we have created, then they shouldn't even be near being on the EC board. Now I'm saying that, listen, with Ghanaians in 1992 took that bold decision of choosing the system of government because we collectively agreed that this is the only way in which we can guarantee the rule of law. You understand? And we understand that unless and until we have a system that can guarantee us the rule of law, then our lives, our properties, our right to pursue our happiness is at peril. So where you are president, who have taken an oath to be faithful to the country, a president who has taken an oath to defend, protect the constitution of this country, then there is a massive obligation on you. And in how you use your powers, you have serious consideration to the oath you took. So when the president appointed people who were perceived to be MPP members, he breached that oath to be faithful. And it's a surprise, honestly speaking, that he was not even impeached on that basis. Yes, but I'm saying that, listen, we are looking forward.
The president was not impeached on that basis.
Yes, you see, we are looking forward. We are building a system and we are looking forward. And I said we should be guided by...
What do you think should be the remedy to that? To perhaps purging the institution?
So we in the great transformational plan, when we've given that plan to His Excellency John Mahama.
Are you presented it to him?
Oh, we presented to consider.
Okay,
in the spirit of patriotism and the spirit of all of us coming together
what's
as
your
one
suggested
people.
Remedy?
Listen, we amended. So when we said we want the constitution amended, and I think the NDC, John Mahama also, my view, believes in. Now, we should look at creating a system where the president does not appoint some of these. Actually, we've had presidents. We've never had a president who, when he became president, failed to realize that, listen, I'm president of Ghana, and that Ghana includes MPP people, that Ghana includes NDC people, that Ghana includes people who are non-partisan. And so when you become president of Ghana...
Are you saying that we had a president who abused his powers?
We had a president who...
I disagree with him here.
Oh, please, let him have his opinion.
No, it's wrong.
No, but that's his opinion.
He's not even a moderator.
Sometimes we don't.
He's not even a moderator. Listen, what I'm saying is that when Nana became president, he failed to realize that he's president over the whole Ghana. That he's not only president over the MPP people or the NDC people. I want you to have a president to have the courage, the cockroach audacity to look into the eyes of the people of this country and tell them, listen, I refused to fulfill my obligation to you because you did not vote for my MP. Well, what really is it telling them? That I don't feel responsible over you because you don't support my party. That's when you become president of Ghana.
You mean the Konfi?
Exactly. And he didn't say that just at the Konfi. When you go to people who have suffered disaster, and even where you are a right-thinking member of the society, you need to have empathy for them. And you go and tell them, listen, I'm not even supposed to be here. Because I know you don't vote for me. And then he reiterated that at Ejuso. You understand? What I'm saying is that we had a president. We had a president who, when he became president, failed to realize that he's president over Ghana and not president over just MPP. You understand? So listen, let's create a system where, when it comes to the appointment of some of these critical institutions, it's not the president. We have a chamber. We have a separate chamber of people who are non-partisan, where all stakeholders, because we are talking of a government of national unity, they'll be making those key appointments. Because if you're unfortunate and you have a president like Nana Akufo-Addo and I pray to God that we never have such a president. You are
discussing electoral commission.
Listen.
Please wrap up.
No, Roland,
you are not moderating this.
Get it right. It's moderated.
Get Kamadi to stop this.
We're not discussing Akufo-Addo. I'm not intimidating you. No, lawyer. The matter before us is not about Akufo-Addo.
But you
You said he gave 5 million people.
Please let him wrap up. Let him wrap up.
You see, I pray that Ghana, based on what we've learned, the experience we've all gathered, we deliberately ensure that we do not elect a president like Nana Akufo-Addo ever again in the history of this country. I'm here to say my opinion. I'm coming. You understand? That is we can listen. That one we never to reiterate.
Even John Dramani Mahama, we have elected him.
I'm coming to reiterate.
Even John Dramani Mahama, we have elected him.
To reiterate. I'm coming to reiterate my point.
We have elected him again.
To reiterate my point.
We all know what happened.
To reiterate my point. That Ghanaians will never elect somebody like Nana Akufo-Addo again as president, but to ensure and guarantee that we cause an amendment that ensures that in the appointment of people onto institutions that are meant to be neutral, that are meant to be the vanguards of our democracy, those appointments are not done by the president.
Sadly, he's on record. My brother, before he departed from our party, it's on record to have also had qualms with the governance of John Dramani Mahama in his first term. Why? He was a member of the party. He sided with whatever argument we made as a party then. Today, if you sit here and tell me that never again should Ghanaians vote the like of His Excellency Akufo-Addo to power, that is his opinion anyway. But I sat down and I'll sit here to say, you may have your opinion, others watching us have their opinion, I have my opinion. Point is that
the electoral what should we do with it?
We should talk about the electoral commission. When he was talking about Akufo-Addo, that one you didn't stop him.
Oh no,
I am going. He spoke about Akufo-Addo, and of course I'm responding to him, and I'm saying that President Akufo-Addo, of course, a statesman, he's contributed his part. He cannot have it 100%. Members of MPP are on record to have said that we are not happy with his governance. Members of NDC are on record to have said so. Others who are apolitical are on record to have said so. You understand me? But that does not take away the fact that he's contributed immensely to the development of this country as well. So when you sit here and then make a comment like, never again should we elect someone like Akufo-Addo, first of all, he was elected. Secondly, he played to the rules, with the laws. My brother goes to court when something is wrong. Nobody stops him. I go to court, same. So I don't know what he did. He didn't come at the point of a gun to say, I am going to rule you. They didn't do that. So where at this point, when you come out to try to chastise somebody baselessly, I don't get it.
But the two of you were in MPP together.
That's what I'm saying. That he's on record
I don't understand
to have gone against Dramani Mahama. But today he's trying to. I'm not attacking him.
I need to.
I'm not attacking him.
Just a minute.
He's on record to have done that.
You say, for me,
a minute. Wrap up.
For me, having made the point that the conduct of the Electoral Commission smacks of a group of people who are deliberately incompetent. And the reason why they are deliberately incompetent is to achieve a particular outcome. Because you see, under no circumstance, and I repeat, would the Electoral Commission appoint a presiding officer for Abokobi Women Development Center, and then after close of polls, there are a declaration. Now you deliberately use a form that you are not supposed to use, but the party agents, knowing the numbers, signed on to it. On what basis would you reject those numbers? Because remember, the 2013 election petition, the Supreme Court, one of your arguments was that presiding officers have failed to sign, and that all those votes should be invalidated. This one, the presiding officer signed. The two agents had signed. So on what basis would you invalidate the vote and call for a rerun? If you permit that to go on, incompetent presiding officers will now be deciding the sovereignty, and now they will not have the power over you and I. Even when we vote, it will not matter except what they do. And that, I am saying, is danger. We don't want to have a democracy where the people who vote don't matter, but the people who supervise it decide what it is. We cannot have it. So the Electoral Commission should move away from this criminal unconstitutional conduct.
Yes, so that is it. It's me lawyer Ejudi Temakulu, I drink 100%. Many lawyer Ejudi Temakulu, I drink 100%. You can't tell us, say, Okoye rerun election. For what? And it is against the constitution and the CI now about election. It is against it. It is against that what CI. Into a good year bang and an electoral commission. We told you, say, Jemensa, Mamenka Semencho NDC for Yankopon di more fofi. Yankopon edi NDC for more fofi papa. Yankopon wa yibi. Okomuku to be any one from Pibo, Umfasida, Ayemye, and one from Yankopon because why yibi. Senke Koba said Dr. Muhammad Bomia, Ghana for et for Banamane Kakra, Manet Tra 45. And Kamuti Kurumayana electoral commission or Babontian be declared Bomia. So no now winning. Because when you stand. But Ekoba said Ghana for over family no see to Emma NDC without any challenge. And I said without anybody coming out to challenge there a Bomia na win. Na yema Bomia every poto 38.1 FM Bomia radio on your poto. What I say? Enti we dear Ghana for a year. I was say the BNDC for Munya Akonyebia. You have to applaud Ghanaians. You have to what? Praise Ghanaians. Na mo dia seda amo twedi ampo. Because omaya dear. Enti fi electoral commission fi djuma wodi. Ghana ka sa rerun election ya yekoi. Eyeka Ibe use electoral commission offices so. Meanwhile, you have paid them already, but sad particular day no money more mobile no expenditure for about one crata be plenty, another expenditure for vehicles obey use expenditure for military people on beba excuse me military policemen on beba bo ban what expenditure inti adwumbone na sebi etai aban we echi say ye boka egu ho ama the new government no. Now it is what it is exposed Lanado Danko Kufado Aban. He has decided to what give John Dramani Mahama a high and not a huge debt after he leaves office. Now afedi wa betina no na ye kwanko do you understand we twie mu do kwanko chese ka okun ani who be fight say say we dika na de bia bobusia masa ya ube ya untimi ntuanwi ube ya untimi ntuanwi eno bi na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo opese odi John Dramani Mahama, but the Jah Almighty God who elected John Dramani Mahama will surely see him through. He will surely guide him to save this country from these criminals, from these thieves. They use their pen to steal from the public purse. Yet in Simbi say you protect the public purse. ABC and ne Akufo-Addo ankasa public purse nikitano and a bro pay and ordinance atum. And our Jeffim a security task force no and our J on one casa dia cotton bedroom or the cotton bedroom time up and ordinance a book. Into the Ghana for us say such a huge change has come to this country. Say can this enka MPP NDC for enka momo hu be kire mo papa enka mo be ye mo se bibi no enka kombe mo se bibi because uhwe suban we electoral commission no ede na dia na hwe kire se enka bane koye etipenku 47 40 hono ba bia enka de betia ne se wa ba bontin abi declare e dia wa bomia. And it is very sad. It is very sad. 2020, yet in Sembiti say, if you don't understand, go to court. Elections are being won at the polling stations. And what has happened to that jargons and MPP for you? What has happened to that slogan? And they don't win no more rain is a sebi. Category, no. Enemy bisa, what prevents MPP from going to court? Because someone who says you know, animum alusu ediamomo. Animum ayemere ediamom. Enti no mo hwe ya ebe yi omu se free. But so sacred so there opel we no ohil mu yemera eyi free amasa omo ani anda ho ado kon besi ho no obewu. Enti ne sad ni na MPP for realize them sampa. Sisi adi baby ani na mi yehwe ya eyi free a we are going to what? We are going to kill ourselves. They have contributed to their own defeats. And no blame you. Jemensa, after her retirement, and I say, after saying NDC for Besakino, hey, I don't want to see Jemensa anywhere close to Ghana's business. Jemensa Kwananga was saying, Esakino, you can sort Ghana. And you can say Jemensa etna Ghana because this woman has been a disgrace to Ghana's political jurisdiction, and I say to Ghana's what? The Electoral Commission. I mean, cancer. The Electoral Commission. This woman, she has been a very big disgrace to Ghana's what? Electoral Commission. And then my Electoral Commission is so useless. And then some way they have good reputation. Let me tell you, Bosman Yawasari, a kind person. He was an intelligent. But on the MPP, I know that he criticized Mahama Charlotte say in 2015. The audio is there, the tape is there. Go and listen. Yes, Bosman Asari. It's the most as yes or more yes, dirty work in any name. They started early because they know what they were doing. And then Malamenti, Makasa, a Juman Charlotte saying ye, Mamina wabon, Mamina ye say, and then a dane de Mamma. You are doing the worst thing. You are doing more than what she did. You're complaining, you're condemning. What at all are you telling Ghanaians? Jen, what at all are you telling Ghanaians? And I'll catch the Ghana for. I am asking you. It is so sad. It is sad. It is very, very sad. Ojema went here said that. Say, didn't have my movie, yes, sir. Because the Kufa Nankasakran, who position or can I learn a whole lot of things. Only Dr. Muhammad Bomia, they spoke very, very well to the hearing of Ghanaians. Thinking say Omobadia Omobemiki Ghana heaven. But they have done the otherwise. Enti abusia assembly de odwen ho awonti ase say the electoral commission no onu inside dia wuye nye ade awuye. There is no back of law. There is no mo kan say chese emre bia mata ho ade awuye ni sadi e de court obedifo say de de court Supreme Court ya NDC de court ya Supreme Court e kwa share results. But osimeye osimebo Ghana ka. What kind of witchcraft is hunting this woman? What kind of devil is hunting this woman? It is too much. These are the people, they need not to leave this country because always they want the downfall of this country. The gap of many years and the elections once and for all. But you are always putting confusion in this country. You are bringing confusion here and there. Why we say, and Dr. Muhammad Bomia, the only himself a report and our budget to me, or shall say, no, Cassie, or young Kawamejantu. So when you said Dr. Muhammad Bomia, Boba Bontin and Kofobi condemn. But that was a good sign of leadership. A good sign of what? Leadership. That didn't know ye no kwano. Uti obia will say, hey, Bomia, my respected guy no. Bomia sebi, Philippa, Bomia wa idea. Bomia wa isi. Adia no ye no. Obabunti just 9 minutes to come and consider defeat no. And conforce wa idea. But economy now was saying no for almost 8 years no. Ye jat one na yen can be one Ghana. Enti we kyerɛ sɛ Ghana obetena so na sɛ 9 minutes sɛ nka people for year ɔmo nneɛma yie ɛna nka ɔmo hyɛ ase sɛ nka ɔka 3 months 4 months to election ɛna ɔmo gugu nneɛma mu taxes ɔmo tete so yi COVID-19 tax ɛyɛ ne bibia nka Ghanaians will take them serious say oh nkɔfo kwa no asɛ sisi ɔmo no ɔmo hu Ghana for saa na yɛpɛ let me tell you Ghana for adeɛ yɛpɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛkasa no akorɔkorɔyɛ ayɛ sɛ wosɛ bi ɔkɔpɛ ɔbaa na wodi ebufu na ɛkɔ ɛno deɛ koraa de menkɔ because wodi ebufu kɔ a ɔnhwɛ w'anim koraa na wayɛ den wakasa no ho wate ase enti sɛ nka ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔmo admiti ɔmo mistakes ɛnneɛma ɔmo bɔhyɛ ɔmo hyɛɛ a ɔmo andi so ɔmo hyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔmo nye di ho nkɔmmɔ ɔmo apologize na nkɔyɛ sɛ na po ɔmo kɔyi na ɛkeka sɛ bi sɛ mfo yɛ kɔkaa na ɔsan ɛma yɛ reply a nka mpp foɔ ebi kora nka ɔmo bɛwi but anyɛ that quantum of ɛwie na ɔmo wiyɛ no nka ebia nka they are going to get more mo kan say they are going to get ebia more than 45 nka nyɛ saa nwe pɔtɔ no nka nyɛ saa nwe pɔtɔ no but because of arrogance because of pride because of arrogant of power they have decided and vowed not to take their accept their mistakes and you know they failed and Ghanaians also voted them out and Ghanaians also voted them out told them say Debbie omane japade no sebi yɛde ama mo sɛ mohwɛ so enti muntimi ɛmfa nyɛ deɛ mopɛ muntimi mfa nyɛ deɛ mopɛ enti it is very sad enti ukopie wɔ dɔme Kwabenya deɛ NDC force no rerun election will go on either they like it or not no rerun election will go on Elikplim Akurugu she has declared winner either they like it or not because you can't tell me it's electoral commission officer and the returning officer ebo abawia osan ekogine ba bi kase bi deputy won so kopo de no that is what a frustration bibi etachiri nti ye kase obi eye bibi under duress then enka o deputy no mum and enka o ye bibi under duress because how come say the main one no ababe bobo aba no na wo deputy so asenya ko na de chinye wakobobo foforo then the deputy was under duress and ye basa no so the na ye hefo no man pressure no e NPP for na do you understand my point here and yesere mo mu confirm mo na ma mo ka say oh mega mama wrong caption no in fact Elikplim Akurugu is the next member of parliament at Kwabenya according to NDC4 omo pin sheet likitomo and we all saw it how the returning officer did what declared that woman winner at that day and you know so me ka say omo declare winner and she wins the Kwabenya election. I have a point. I know so many of you were attacking me on my previous video. I think I'm trying to post here. I'm okay. Oh, Akwaisi Wamaro caption where you say, but MPP for NDC for Ekachire say they are going to hold on into that a declaration now a course from the returning officer. They are going to make it necessary. They are not going to take any decision again. But our plans will and no re-election at Kwabenya. Let's get it and get it right. No re-election at Kwabenya because MPP4 or NDC4 already they have been declared winner at Kwabenya. Either MPP they like it or yes, they are going to what? Opposition at Kwabenya. And Namoko Abomiana Katakwa opposition. And again, the agenda is to MDC for Enya anyway to third majority to form the quorum in parliament, and a jokes because they have 184. If they have been able to form 184, then it means they are capable of forming the quorum to third majority in parliament. That will make John Dramani Mahama very better. And the bias account a DJ so John Mahama yedi mo nyina so na ye expect to whom much is given, much is expected. Yedi mo nyina na ye expect. And you know, so also you do on another my excuse. Hey, moon count because mega I will be the first person to criticize. Nyankopon shiraw. Mess also be subscribe to my channel now, like it made in washe. Now for any be a bomb na yeden for comment to member me bafo e United States of America, New York. Nyankopon ishira me mame sounds the mame where ye be a papa mame Nyankopon ishira wati o UK and it will be a shebe. Let's say I salute you. And happy new year in advance. Akaka krebi na ya bowra the year 2025. Nyankopon MBB kwan fama na de wo biara. Entimi enko yi enfama. Nyankopon ma yenkwa tentene na entimi live to see our great grandchildren. Nyankopon shira makra. Bye bye.